Can we look for other places to civilianize? Yes, but it's getting lean. That idea is not new anymore. So as I mentioned in there, we've civilianized our 911 center, we've civilianized our prisoner care and control, we've civilianized all our back office, IT, information services, finance, HR. So civilianization is a nice buzzword, but really police services have been engaged in that for decades.
You were asking there whether you thought this report might be shelved. I believe you said yes. What did you think? What did you mean by that?
I said, it took 3 years in the authoring it, and there's not a real direction that it's recommending. So there's no clear path what we're going to do next, either as police services or as municipalities, or as a provincial legislative body making decisions. There's suggestions and there's hopes, but there's no real plan of action in that report. Each and every day we respond to mental health in the community, and sometimes those are acute cases of mental health distress where we actually apprehend the person and transport them to the hospital. But more often, and that happens daily, our officers are in the hospital 4 or 5 hours at a time with a mental health patient until they're admitted. So that's what eats up the resources. But each and every day there's suicides, there's addictions, there's missing persons. Most of those cases are all related to in some way to mental health, and they are responsible for, as I said, 80% of our calls for service have to do with non-criminal behaviors, so it's very difficult. I just think the suspension with pay is a very complicated issue, and we can't simplify it by thinking if they make a stroke of a pen that we change the legislation that the issue is going to go away. The root cause of suspension is the misconduct, and as a chief, that's what I want to ensure, that our people succeed and live the values, so I don't even have to worry about suspending with or without pay, that they will be doing the right things on behalf of the community. And we've had great successes there as well. Our frontline supervisors have a new performance management system where there's constant engagement, and we're trying to identify those people who maybe have had a couple of traumatic experiences, that they're down. PTSD is a reality as well, and that we're being engaging and supportive as an organization, and we're seeing dividends.